I wanted to come on today to share a little bit about not just expanding your brilliance, but all of my other babies. I've got all of my books with me here, and I want to just make sure that I am live because I have not used StreamYard in a hot minute. Here we go. Okay, cool. It looks like it's working. So I wanted to come on today and share a little bit about the book and the incredible authors and the people that have helped to create this vision that I had in my mind so many months ago and to bring it to fruition. But I also wanted to share a little bit of backstory. Like, why do I write books? Why do I have six paperback books? I think I have like a couple ebooks. And the reason is really because I love having tangible things that, these are all different pieces of my life that I can look back and say, I remember where I was here. I remember where I was with this book. I really don't talk about this book a lot. This was one that I wrote with while I was dating my ex-fiance, and it's still really great content, but it's kind of the one that I talk about the least. I guess probably because there are some memories tied to this one. But each and every book that I have written has been about some aspect of healing, transformation, spirituality, and everything that I do in my business is a an extension of that. So while I call myself a business coach and a speaker and an author, I am a channel for God. And I know that that's why I'm here to help empower, uplift, elevate people, organizations, companies. And so that's the real work that I do is helping you to reach your highest potential. Because when I look at somebody, I can see the beauty in them. Even if they've experienced the most horrific trauma, even if they've been through some of the most terrible things that you could think of, I see their inner light. And that's a gift that I honed. I think it was in my 20s, when I was about 24, 25, going through my spiritual awakening. I started to kind of be able to tune into people and feel their heart, feel their energy. And as I started honing these empathic gifts, I strengthened it. And so now, I've been doing coaching for the past 13 years. I've been able to really hone in on people and I can see their brilliance and their light and their gifts. And I can also see some of the blocks in their heart that are preventing them from fully expressing and showing up in their light. So there's a lot of inner, deeper work that I do in my coaching sessions, at my retreats, in all of my books. I desire to give you so much value that you're blown away. And so that's what I did in this Expanding Your Brilliance. For those of you who have been in my coaching containers or even at free events, I try to give so much value because I value every single person, whether you've paid me $5, whether you've never paid me at all. I want to make sure that you are learning, growing, evolving by being in my presence because I know that's why I'm here, to be a beacon for God. So, Expanding Your Brilliance is now on sale, and I'm going to be reading a little bit. I'm probably going to cry when I read it, but that's okay because vulnerability is a strength in my book. I grew up not thinking that because that's how I was programmed. I'm here with Penny, by the way. And so there's so much in this book. So I wanted to just quickly show you. There is a bonus book bundle that if you go here and scan the QR code, you claim it, and there is so much jam-packed information in there. So money mindset shifts and affirmations. I have my 52-page burnout prevention ebook that you can get, wealth expansion ideas, which is a concept that I talk about in the book and a lot in my different programs. You're having it all business blueprint, right? You definitely want to get that. And prayer and affirmation cards. So I think that's really cool that, you can go in and actually get the template and print them because we all know that sometimes we're our own worst enemy and we need a little bit of extra help. And there's also detailed information about the contributing authors. So I definitely recommend going and getting that bonus book bundle because it's going to I mean, there's so many things in there. And I didn't mention this either, business and tech support, recommendations to scale with ease. So, like any pharmacist, I love checklists. I can't help myself. I just think I'm like, there's a more efficient way that we can do this. That's what my brain's always thinking. Like, how can I make this more efficient so we can like get this done? And I'm really happy to say we started this project in January and we were done by like usually my books take about 2 months because I'm just like, all right, guys, let's go. Like deadlines, coaching calls. It's a lot of fun. And it's interesting because I always talk about, when you go for something, say that you want to write a book or you want to, hit 10K months or whatever, a lot of what, it's the journey that you take and that you embark on and the inner growth and transformation that happens on the way to that thing. And so a lot of these authors have said to me, wow, like I did not expect the tears, the transformation, the shifts that happen for them. And of course, I push them because I want to help you grow and thrive and be the beacon for your community. So that's really, my ultimate vision, and this is what I just keep visualizing for this TED Talk is being, helping people heal and become the best version of themselves so that they can then be the light for their communities. So I'm going to read out everybody's name here, all of the contributors, because I want to just acknowledge them, all of their hard work, the dedication. I want to also acknowledge Priscilla Green, who is my assistant, who is like my rock, my right-hand woman. She is so helpful. Freedom to Focus is her business. So she's been my VA for like 6 years now. Her and I are just such a great pair. She is very much, like I said, a rock of mine. And then Corey Wamsley, who I have worked with her on the past 3 books or 4 books. I can't remember, 3 or 4 books together. So highly recommend working with Corey. She is just so caring and compassionate and excellent communicator, helped us through this entire project, helping us get bestseller status. And so I want to acknowledge all of these women here, all of these souls that contributed. So Jackie Boyle, Kate Cozart, Tara Davis, Kelly Frost, Christine Furman, Sujin Jun, Melissa Leggett. That's how she says her name, and I always mess it up. Sherry McNella, Janet Reese, Melissa Smith, Ashley Sullivan, Erin Thompson, Ashley Walker, and Katie Wood. So we've got all of our authors here. And if you want to help us reach bestseller status, the best thing that you can do is literally just go buy the book. So ebook, it doesn't matter, the ebook version or the paperback version, because Amazon will rank us on the platform based upon the number of copies that are sold and also the Amazon reviews. So that is the best thing that you can do to help us today, that we would just be so grateful for. So I've been messaging like my mom, my best friend, all these different people. And so if you're watching this today on the 4th, we would really appreciate it. Where is I thought I had a drink. Okay, it's over there. I'm in a skirt right now, so I'm not gonna go trot over there to get my drink, but it's okay. So, I did want to also just acknowledge my parents because, oh, and I might cry. My dad was really the one who got me involved with writing. And I've learned so much from my parents. I've learned so much from them. Like they're really good people. But I remember myself, that's why I'm crying. I remember myself sitting at my dad's computer and he would help me to write even when I was like 7. So for those of you who know my story, like that was a very troubled relationship with my dad, but he really did help me with so many different things. Like I would not be the entrepreneur I am without just his constant love, and he had a weird way of showing it. Um, but like I learned discipline, and I learned, like how to stand up for myself and how to talk to anybody and how to think outside the box. I mean, he taught me so much. And so really my parents, like, I think about, being a mom. My mom was also just so helpful. Like you guys, see me being so giving. Like she was the reason why like she's the reason why I'm so giving, right? You learn so much from your parents, and that's what I hope to model to Lindsay. Like you can like holy shit. Like look at you can do anything that you put your mind to. And that's why I'm going for the TED Talk too. I'm like I didn't think honestly, like I didn't think I had anything to share. Like what would be different that I could possibly share that hasn't been shared already? And I'm like, fuck it, I'm going for it. Like I'm going to I see myself on stage. I am waiting for the acceptance email. Like I know it's going to happen. I know God is here to, God wants me to amplify my voice and to impact thousands and millions of people. And like this is the start. This was the start, was this book and the trauma that I went through and everything. Um and like I said, there's such an interesting relationship with like your with parents, right? Like they're not perfect. They're doing the best that they can, just like I'm doing the best that I can for Lindsay. And I'm sure that I'm not like the perfect role model, but I want to show her love. And I think that's the most important thing. So, with that said, I want to share a little bit about the energy of this book and what effortless abundance means to me. And it comes down to energy. It comes down to how we get to show up every single day. And we have a choice. We have a choice to be in victim mode and blame other people and be in that powerless state, or we can choose to heal within, to show up with more power and confidence and love. That's really what it is. Like this work is going to help you open your heart. Like every client that I have, this is the work that we do. Yes, it's about strategy. Yes, it's about scaling your business, but it's how God's using you in a bigger way, your voice, your energy, your message to impact more people, influence, income, impact. So that's what I want to share with you. Part of what and I actually had just shared it, but I want to read it out here, and I would love to know who's joining, so please let me know as I'm crying here. So, why is this not pulling up? All right, thank you for your patience here. Like I said, I never use StreamYard anymore, so, but yeah, it looks like it's working. Okay. So, imagine being so filled up, so abundant that you pour from the overflow of what you already have inside of you. Envision this abundance touching everyone that you encounter just by them being near you. Visualize circulating your love, gifts, wealth, and joy to your family, clients, neighbors, friends, and people you never actually meet in infinite ways. Imagine that. Like your energy, your voice, your programs, whatever you put out into the world might be shared by somebody in your network. And then that person is like, wow, I needed to hear that today. That is the ripple effect. That is the power of you showing up as yourself, doing this inner healing work so that you can shine brightly. That is the power. This is the frequency of expanding your brilliance. So I'm going to repeat this one more time. Visualize circulating your loves, gifts, wealth, and joy to your family, clients, neighbors, friends, and people you may never actually meet in infinite ways. It's the energy of love that emanates from your heart and touches, moves, and inspires everyone, uplifting humanity with who you are. There's nothing that love can't do or accomplish. Love will move mountains and make a way when there seems to be no way. To me, love is abundance. When you operate your business with love, when you pour into people, when you give and you circulate your energy and your wealth and your gifts and your knowledge, you will always be profitable. So business is not this hard thing that you have to figure out or like this crazy maze or puzzle. It's doing the healing work and showing up as yourself and being able to attract and magnetize the clients that are ready to have the transformation that you provide. To me, love is abundance, which is magical, boundless, never ending, inexhaustible, and limitless. Abundance is the frequency of love in action. My intention for you as you pour through the pages of this book is that you remember and anchor into this expansive, connected state within yourself. My prayer for you here is to redirect your focus from lack to the infinite ways in which your life can be filled with abundance and joy. And this is not just like a woo woo, like up pie in the sky energy theory. I really break down and give you practical strategies on how to do this. But truly, the work is opening your heart, allowing that inner abundance, that inner love and joy, and allowing yourself to be happy and to let that flood the world. That is what this book is really about. So expanding your brilliance without overwhelm, without burnout. And that's where I help a lot of business owners, because if you don't know how to properly utilize your energy, if you have a lot of energy leaks in your business, as an example, if you have, people pleasing patterns or perfectionism or unworthiness or overthinking, and so you never take action, or you go to fight, flight, freeze, or shutdown, or and you're in burnout, God can't use you. And so the work I do is helping you energetically show up with more power, confidence, conviction, certainty, plugging those energy leaks of these protective patterns I just talked about, and then using strategy to align that energy to use it in a more powerful way. Because if your energy is scattered, if you're all over the place, if you don't have a focus, or you have a lot of unworthiness, it's going to be hard to scale your business. So I look at these foundational pieces here. And because I've been doing this for 13 years and I've worked with thousands of people, I can help you very quickly. And so that's what the investment is rather than you doing it by yourself and trying to figure it all out by yourself and like kicking yourself and being like, "Oh my God, why is this not working?" And you're putting in all the effort, but nothing is coming to fruition. I can come in and help you to strategically and energetically get back into alignment with why you're here, to utilize your strengths, your gifts that no one else has, and believing in yourself and growing that confidence so that when you show up at a networking event, at at a launch to pitch your programs, when you're showing up to speak somewhere, people are like, "Whoa." You command the room. They feel your presence. There's a magnetism. There's a ooey gooey juiciness that happens because you're present and connected with yourself. And so I'm giving you kind of a sneak peek into the concepts that I teach in expanding your brilliance. And this is honestly just the surface level of the deeper transformation and strategic scaling work that we do together in my group programs and my one-on-one. I've got so many different ways to work with me. So thank you for being present with me here. I'm going to be posting this to YouTube, and I am just so grateful for all of the contributing authors. You're going to probably see them popping up everywhere here. I really just appreciate your support. Like I said, if you really want to support us and help us reach bestseller, share this video on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and go buy the book, because that is going to help us get to number one. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.